Hello everyone, welcome to Education Lecture. In this video, I will be showing you the second PUC Business Studies board exam or final exam question paper which had happened recently. That is this year's 2020 question paper. So if you're new to my channel, then subscribe my channel to get further new updates. So as I told in my previous video, I will be teaching you and telling you what are the instructions to be followed in your exam and how we have to write your exams. Okay. So you can see this is your question paper. I can't say this is your original question paper which you are gonna write. For you students, this is your it is like a practice paper for you to know how a question paper would be like, because the reason I am showing you this question paper is now many of the colleges started online classes, and these online classes you may be having a test around 25 to 50 marks, and it is not possible to conduct a 100 marks paper because it needs a lot of time to complete. So here I am there to help you how a 100 mark question paper looks like, and how many marks question occurs. Everything I'll be showing you. So as you can see, this is your question paper, and this is this year's 2020 question paper. Here you have to write your register number, subject code and business studies, and here they have given you Kannada and English version. Okay, so time is 3 hours 15 minutes. So 15 minutes will be given in your exam hall for go through the question paper, and total number of question is 43, maximum marks is 100. So as you can see here, you can see it is a Kannada version paper. Yes, it is a Kannada version paper in the sense that is Kannada and English version. Kannada version they have given you at the beginning is for those students who have taken Kannada medium. So for those students they have given beginning the Kannada. In Kannada they have given those who have studied the Kannada medium. As you can see, if you turn out the pages, here they have given you in English version. So this is for the English medium students. So English version, and I would like to say that from this year only, in your board exam, they will give you booklet, answer booklet. So it will be like in the book form. So as you can see, this is also in the book form they have stapled here. So that also will be in a booklet form, and there will be 40 pages. So those 40 pages is more than enough to complete your exam. So the beginning of the sheet they would have given to just fill up the the instructions or the name, candidate's name and the subject, code, everything, date, everything you have to fill up. From the next sheet you have to start writing you have to write your answers. So as you can see, instructions they have given: write the serial number of questions properly as given in the question paper while answering. Write the correct and complete answer. So as you are writing any question, you have to perfectly number the serial number. And I would like to say that many of them will be saying you that you shouldn't write an extra answer, you shouldn't write an extra question or repeat the ones. Yes, but you are having the full freedom to write the extra questions, that is answers. Okay, in the sense that is what is management. See here they have given you what is management. So as you know, in my previous videos and all, I have showed you that what is management, you have meaning and definition, and I have told you that if you read definition you can use it everywhere. But sometime due to the tension of the exam, you will be like you forgot that and you have written half and half answer at the beginning. Okay, at the beginning of your answer you have written half and half what is management. At the end you may remember that, oh, I remember another half. So you will be like to write another half, and you will be like, whether I get here or there I will be getting marks. No, not like that. And I would like to say you won't have an half mark. That is, as you can see, this is a 1 mark main. So if you lose 1 mark, any mistake, you will be losing straight away 1 mark. So you won't have any half mark. They will deduct full marks. Okay, so they are saying like that, but still we don't know how the evaluators are just correcting it. So yeah, you can write the extra questions, in the sense that is they have given any 10 to answer, but they would have given 12 questions. You can write all the 12, that is write it continuously, so that the whoever is evaluating it will just in the flow write. They will be in a hurry because they will have n number of answer sheets to correct. So they will be in a hurry to complete and finish the correction as soon as possible. So they will be just correcting 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark. They will be putting, right? So in that flow they will just correct you. So some evaluators do like that. Some evaluators just what they do is they go through detailedly and say, oh, extra question, they write E, extra 1. So okay, so they will write like that if it is extra. Some evaluators see like that, some don't. Okay, so if you want to repeat the same answer, you shouldn't, because whatever you have written, okay, whatever you have written, leave it like that. Or you are not finding the perfect answer at the time, then leave the space for it, or write the section number and the main number, question number properly at some place and write it perfectly so that the evaluator can see it. Okay, this is section A, first main, first answer. Okay, they will correct it. Don't try to repeat it, because some of the evaluators will just cross the mark, and whatever you have got for one answer, both they will correct. In the sense, you have written what is management at the beginning, and the end also you have written what is management. So what they do at the beginning, half and half. Okay, very difficulty they have written, they have attempted the answer. Some teachers like, they will just give you marks. Okay, the student has at least attended it. Few evaluators give like that. Few evaluators don't. They may be strict, or some may be very okay, polite, that okay, student has done so well, okay, let us give, they have put it so much of hard work, they may give like that. So what is management? If you have written half an hour, okay, some will be like polite, okay, 1 mark. At the end, again you have written what is management. What they will do is, I have seen the answer at the beginning, they will just recheck it and just cancel this mark also, and what you have got that what is management for another question also, that also you will lose mark. Okay, in the sense you will not be getting marks if you repeat the same question. So try to answer correctly at the one time. Okay, once only you do it correctly. Okay, so these are the instructions I am saying you before only, because many will just come and confuse you. So don't get confused. You have the freedom to write extra question answers. Okay, yeah, here they are given this section. A is answer any 10 of the following questions in a word or a sentence each. While answering multiple choice questions, write the serial number or alphabet of the correct choice and write answer corresponding to each question, carrying 1 mark. So there are, you have to write any 10. So each question carries 1 mark. So you can write it neatly in your exams. Leave a correct space and write it. Fill all the spaces. That is a huge spaces you have left it, or you have left this place. Please write PTO. Okay. So as you can see, here they have given all the questions. What is management? Who is the father of general management? And multiple choice question. If they have given you like this, what you have to do is write third. If it is a third question, what is the answer? Which of the following is not a dimension of business environment? Natural environment is not the answer for this. So what you have to do is, option D you have to write, then write natural environment. If you want, you can just highlight. As I told in my previous video, whichever highlighted points are there in the answers, whichever I have showed, those if you write, you will get marks. So those are like important points. Like that, if you highlight for this also, the evaluator will feel like, okay, this is the answer, they will tick and go. So if you have, you can highlight the answers by using a pencil and scale. Okay. So you will be able to answer all these questions if you have understood all the concept properly from my previous videos, or the teachers, whoever have taught you, you have understood the lecture. Then it is very easy for you people to write your exams and finish it. So you have 3 hours time. So at the beginning they will be giving you 15 minutes time to just go through the question. That is, at the time what you have to do is not to sit simply. You have to just go through it, the question paper, and see, okay, see 1 mark and all, right, 1 mark, many of the time, like in the tension, we will just lose 1 mark also. So 1 mark is also very important for us, right, in the exam. So mainly I will say, please don't get tensed in your exam. Be free-minded. Think that, okay, it's board exam. Today we are going to write our business studies paper. okay, we will be finishing it by today. Okay, you have to with a free mind. Okay, I am going to finish within 3 hours. Next, I don't know whether if you are taking BBA or BCom, you will be getting business studies, but still you will be having a time 2 months. What is your summer vacation at the time? You can be freely, okay, our summer vacation is going to come. I am going to write my business studies. This is the subject. After that, I am not going to read for the summer vacation holidays. I'm not going to touch it. So it is with all the subjects. So think like that. Be free. Don't get tense, because in tension we may forget all the answers sometimes. So what you do is just go through it. Okay, what is the answer? Name anyone elements of direction, leadership, supervision, motivation, communication. Okay, I know the answer. Next, suddenly if you don't know the answer, expand ROI. Oh, what is that? What is that? What is that? You may be thinking like, okay, leave that. Don't get tension, because it is 1 mark, right? Because of that 1 mark tension, you will be forgetting the remaining huge mark answers. Okay, so don't get at the end. Come to it. If you have a time, just go through it and see. So I know I am telling a lot. It is for you only, for your good only. I am saying all the information. So as you can see, this is a multiple choice questions. So there are 12. You can write all the 12 in an order. So continue it so that the evaluator will feel easy. Next is section B. So answer any 10 of the following questions in 2 to 3 sentences each. Each question carries 2 marks. So you have to answer any 10. So each carries 2 marks. So now you may be thinking like 2 to 3 sentences you can just finish. No, because some of the answers are little like 5 to 6 lines. So if you have seen my previous videos or the notes which is given by your lecturer or in your textbooks, it will be little usually. So don't see to that sentences. See to that you complete the answer perfectly and get the precise mark, the correct mark for it. So as you can see, you can write any 10 for it. If 2 marks, right, you can, if you have a time and you think that yes, I can complete it, you can just finish it. I think 3, 6, 9. Again here 12 questions are given, so you can write all the 12 at a flow. Okay, you can just continue all this in a flow. If you should be a little speed. Okay, so while writing in your exam hall, I need not say in your exam hall, of course you will be in a speed, but in a hurry, don't get so speeded that you just miss out some points. Just remember the concept and write out the points. So now it is section C. Answer any 7 of the following questions in 10 to 12 sentences each. Each question carries 4 marks. So here each 7 questions each carries 4 marks, and it is 28 marks. 3, 6, 9, 10 questions are given. If you have a time, you can just at least write 2, or you can write all the 10, because it is a 4 mark question and there will be a lot of points to be answered. Yes, and yes, some may be having a doubt that whether we have to write the question answers in a para or in a points. You can write in a points, because the teachers will see the points, because it is easy for them also to know that, oh, okay, this is the point, these are and all, okay, he has covered all the concept, he or she has covered the concept. They will give you marks. If it is para also, some teachers may be, okay, they will read out, or if you are writing in a para, just highlight the points. Okay, what are the main points needed for it? Just highlight it. So this is 4 marks each. So write all the concepts, answers properly. Now it comes section D. Answer any 4 of the following questions in 20 to 25 sentences each. Each question carries 8 marks. So each question carries now 8 marks, and they have given you 6 questions. I know it is impossible to write an extra question, but still, if you have completed the whole question paper and you have still time, then you can just cover it. Or some may be thinking like, I know, for example, this 35th question you know half answer, and this 36th question you know half answer. Then at that time you will be thinking like, I will write both also, half and half. As you can write, you will be getting the related marks. That is, if you have written half, you will be getting half or around that. And some may be thinking like, I know only the points. I don't know the each meaning of the point. That is the explanation of the point. At that time also, do not worry. If you want to attend an extra question and you know only those points of that question, then write those points also. You will be getting around 2 to 3 marks. That is also more, right? For an extra question to getting 2 to 3 marks is also more. So this is the section D, and as I told in my previous videos and all, section D we have to write an introduction part. Okay, so as you can see, explain the principles of directing. So you have to write the introduction, that is the definition or meaning of directing. Next, write the principles of directing and write the conclusion. That is, you can write in short, that is, you can write, these are the principles of directing which are followed in an organization. So you can write like that also. If you have an idea of writing a conclusion related to the answer also, you can write. So this is section D. Next, you have section E. So now I would like to say that is section E, it is answer any two of the following questions. Each question carries 5 marks. So they would have given 3. Okay, 3 questions out of which you have to write 2 and each carries 5 marks. Now there you will get a doubt, that is, here I would like to say an idea, that is practical oriented, right? Every practical oriented question is very easy if you have understood, and I have done those videos also in the beginning, and I have told that in the beginning only if you get thorough with practical oriented question, it is very easy for you because each one carries 5 marks and you can score those 10 marks easily. Now what is this section E, you can write at the first, that is after section C you can write section E. Okay, please clearly define it properly in your answer sheet. Section E, 5th main, 41, 42 or 43, whichever you're gonna write. Okay, section E, after that write section D, because the reason I'm saying is section D, you have a lot of points to be explained, lot of things to be covered up in an answer. So it will take a lot of time to think and write it. Okay, so for those students who think that I can cover it, I want in an order only everything, for those students you can do it. For those students who feel that okay, the time is ticking soon, for those students you can write the section E, next cover up the section D. Okay, so you can do like that also. These two are practical oriented question, easy ones only. They will ask you, one they will ask you as a flow chart one, another the point wise they will ask you. Yeah, see now, yeah, that's it, your question paper is. So that's it, your question paper is. So now I would like to say that is, in your question paper, do not put a dot, a tick, or like choose the correct answer, you just mark the answer or write something in pencil. Please don't do like that, because you'll be debarred for 3 years. That is, you will not be allowed to write your exams for next 3 years or 1 year. So please don't do like that. Please see to that, don't mark anything. So as you can see, nothing is marked in this. Please don't do like that. If the invigilator, whoever sees, will be debarring you. So now I would like to say, for those students who think that I want to just pass in the subject, see, passing mark is also they are given. See, section A, 10 marks. Okay, 10 marks you will be getting. Section B, 2 marks, 20 marks, so 30 marks total. And section E, 10 marks. Okay, 30 marks, 40 marks you got over there. So 40 marks you got, and here and there if you miss somewhat, I would like to say 35 is your passing marks. So if you get 40 is also for those who think that passing mark is more than enough. So 40 you will be getting here, and if you write here and there only point names in section C, section D, here and there around 45-50 you will get. So you get half of the marks over there only for those students who think if I just pass is more than enough. For those students who think that big answers, I know only the points, is more than enough, you will be getting around 60s. Okay, so that is also a first class mark, right? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I have covered everything and I have told everything. And please don't answer booklet. Please don't tear the pages and come, because it is a booklet form. You have to give it like that only. And please mention your register number in all the sheets, because if your booklet gets missed somewhere or anything happens to it, please see to that you write all the in every sheet you write the register number properly, because they would have mentioned a number in each page. Okay, so that is also getting counted. And your booklet will be like stitched. It will be stitched. Okay, when you get your booklet, you will get to know it will be stitched, and you can't tear those pages and all. So as you can 3 hours you will be getting your exam time to write it. After beyond that they won't give you time to write. So please see to that you cover within that time. Okay, so section A, you for this, right, I would like to say you have to write only answers. Please don't go and write the questions and waste your time. Straight away write section A, first main, first one, and please see to that you continue the numbers and see the numbers whatever you have written. After your exam, please see to that you have attended all the questions. Okay, because I have told you can write the extra questions for it. So please see to that you have written all the questions and numbered it properly. Please number it properly. Don't repeat it, because see, as you can see, they have continuation. See, 4, 5, 6, 12, right? And 13, 14, 15, 16. See, it is continuing numbers. So please see to that you write it properly, clearly, so that the evaluator, whoever is correcting your paper, thinks it okay. Continuously you'll written. If you repeat the numbers also, they'll get doubt. Now you have to write it very neatly and leave a line neatly. Those and all I need not to say, but still I am saying you write it neatly, mention the points properly, and now see, in the margin you will be writing these points. So you want to, in your answer you want to write point 1, point 2. Please write inside the margin. So if you think this is your margin, write inside it, because the invigilator will not get confused. If you write after 40, 1, 2, 3, they'll think like what you have written. So if you want to write any questions again, that is repeat any question, please scratch the first one. Next write the next somewhere wherever you get a place, write it properly. Section E, fifth one, or section D, fifth main, fourth one, or anyhow mention the main number, everything properly. Okay, ensure that you do it correctly over there. And you want to scratch means don't put a small into mark near your question. Okay, so few teachers, like many of the experienced teachers, only come for correcting. Okay, so what they do is, when they are evaluating your paper, in a hurry they can't see you have intoed. Okay, if you have put a small into near that answer, they'll just correct, what is this? This answer is wrong. You will be losing mark over there. So please see that. Take a pencil or a scale, put a line. Okay, it should be neat, and please don't use whiteners. Okay, yeah, you're not allowed to use whiteners. And take take transparent pouches, or pouches are not allowed, but still take in your hand whatever stationery is reader. Even borrowing is not allowed in the exam hall. Okay, yeah, you have to maintain everything neatly. And if you want to scratch anything, just take a pencil and put a line. Don't just color over it and do such things and all. And yeah, that's it. And I wish all the best to all the viewers, my subscribers, not only to those, all the second PUC students, whoever are studying. So all the best for them. I know you would score very beautiful marks and excellent marks in your exams. So I wish all the best. If you have understood all the concepts whichever I have showed in my videos, or whatever you have understood by your lecturer's teaching, it is more than enough. You can score good marks. So I wish all the best to all the second PUC students. So if you have understood or didn't understand anything, or if you have any problem with my teaching, can you just comment in the comment box, which will encourage me to do my furthermore videos. So like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.